Hello, this is Geometry, topic 9-5, over indirect measurement. Similar triangles can be used in indirect measurement, and we're going to explain how. So first, we're going to use example number 1. I have two triangles. These triangles are similar. I know that because these sides are parallel, and it's a triangle within a triangle like this gives us similar triangles. So, I know the base of this is 10, and the height of this is 5. The base of this one is 22, and we want to find x. We can do this by setting up a simple proportion. I'm going to say 10 over 5 equals 22 over x. And now there are several ways to solve this. The most basic is just 5 times 22 divided by 10. That would give us what this answer is. So that would be cross multiplying and dividing, following the butterfly method. I could also go that, well, 10 divided by 2 is 5. So 22 divided by 2 must be 11. So that was very simple. Let's go ahead and look at our second example. Again, I've got two triangles, parallel sides. This triangle is similar to the bigger triangle. And we want to find what x is. So I'm going to set up two proportions again. And I'm just going to go base over height again. So 8 over 3 equals, my base this time would be x over my height would be 6. And if you wanted to, you could cross multiply and divide. Or, if you know that 3 times 2 gives us 6, you'll also realize that 8 times 2 will give us 18. So, very simple, just setting up proportions. Let's explain how we can actually use this. So this is called indirect measurement because I can find the measure of this building if I know the height of this tree. I don't know how far away I am. So what this creates is it creates a small triangle that is similar to a much larger triangle. The base of the small triangle is how far I am away from the tree. And the height is the height of the tree. The base of the big triangle is how far away I am from the building. And the height of the building is the height of that triangle. So we set it up the same way. 24 over 21 equals, well, I went base over height, so 56 over x. Now 24 and 56, not quite so obvious. So I'm going to cross multiply and divide. So I'll take my calculator, do 21 times 56, and then I divide that by 24, and I get that x equals 49. And so the height of my building is 49 meters. And this is actually something useful. It's used in surveying, which is something that's done quite often. And so if you ever asked where would I ever use this math would be used to survey. And so if you want to see your property, how big it actually is, and you want to get some surveyors out, this is the math that they're using. Or if you want to figure out the height of something, this is useful math. Let's go ahead and take a look at example number 4. All right. This time we're not given pictures, we're given word problems, which means that we need to draw our own pictures. So Stephanie is standing 2 feet away from a lamp post. Her shadow is 3 foot. If Stephanie is 5 foot, we want to know how tall is the lamp post. So she's standing 2 feet from the lamp post. Her shadow is 3 feet tall. She is 5 feet. We will know how tall is the lamp post. I was actually missing a little bit of information because we're having to assume that she's standing where her shadow and the lamppost shadow are the same. Now, if we can assume that her shadow ends the same place as the light post shadow, then we've got a problem. Well, the base of the small is 3, and the height is 5. Now, the base of this other one, 3 plus 2 is 5, and we want to figure out what the height is. So, if we cross multiply and divide, we want to go 5 times 5 divided by 3 gives us 8.3 repeating. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at example number 5. Every time Old Faithful in Yellowstone National Park erupts, the rangers can estimate the height of the geyser by comparing it to the height of a tree. Okay, so they want to know how tall was that geyser. Maybe just for fun. Maybe they're making bets. Could be that they're actually recording data because they want to monitor the supervolcano that's in Yellowstone National Park. So they're monitoring Old Faithful. So the rangers located a tree of the same height. Okay. The shadow of the tree is 93 feet. At the same time, the shadow of the ranger is 6 feet 4 inches. So the geyser goes up, and they find a tree that's the same height as Old Faithful's geyser. So the height of this particular tree is 93 well, we don't know what that is, but we know the shadow of that tree is 93 feet long. Then we've got a ranger, and he's 6 foot tall. His shadow is 4 feet. Well, we've got similar triangles. We set up a proportion. 4 over 6 equals 93 over x. When we cross multiply and divide, 6 times 93 divided by 4, we get that x equals 139.5. So, Old Faithful went off. They said, well, Old Faithful went off about as tall as this tree that's standing over here. And we're going to use some indirect measurement. I'm 6 foot with a 4 foot shadow. That tree's got a 93 foot shadow. With some cross multiplication and division, that tree's 139.5 feet tall, which means that Old Faithful shot up 139.5 feet. Okay? So maybe they're just doing this for kicks and grins, or maybe they're actually recording this data to keep track of some important information. Let's go ahead and take a look at example number 6. Here we've got a mirror. It's lying on the ground, and Ricky is 8 feet from it, and it's 19 feet from a flagpole. Ricky sees the top of the flagpole in the mirror. So if Ricky is a magical number of 6 feet tall, we want to know how tall this flagpole is. We say, well, this isn't the same as all the rest of these. It is. This angle and this angle are going to be the same. Okay? Even though my triangles don't look like it, these two angles are in fact the same, which means we can set up our proportion that 8 over 6, because I've been doing base over height the whole time, and 19 over x. Again, just a matter of cross multiplication and division. We'll do 6 times 19 divided by 8. We get 14.25. And so we have our answer. So, indirect measurement, this is something that you can actually use outside in the real world to help you figure out how tall things are. Just be thinking about this, and shouldn't be too hard on your assignment. Just draw your pictures. Good luck on that, and have a good day.